Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Letting Koto. In today's video, I will be teaching you another piece called Hana Ikada, which means flower raft, composed by Tadao Sawai. The tuning for this piece is D, G, A, C, D, D sharp, G, A, C, D, D sharp, G, A. And it's the same tuning for both koto parts. In this video, I'll be teaching you the first koto part. And then in the next video, I will teach you the second koto part. So let's start with the first koto part. First, in section 1, you are gonna play sha, 1 and 2. The 1 and 2 together means you have to play them together at the same time. So you're going to use your middle finger on string 1 and 2. And you're going to kind of lift it up a little bit before you play it. And play it together like this. And then your pick is going to end up on string 3. After that, you have a rest, because the line and the circle mean a rest. Then you have 11-10. The second koto is going to be doing a glissandro during that rest. So once you hear the end of that glissandro, then you're going to play 11-10. Like that. And you're going to play 11-10 right after each other. Then you have sha again right after that. So you're going to do sha again. And then another glissandro from the second koto, and then 11-10 right after that. Then you have 1 and 5 that you're going to play together. Since 1 and 5 are written next to each other, that means you play them together at the same time. So you're going to play 1 with your middle finger, 5 with your thumb, and play them inward like this. And then you have a dot there, which means it's a quick rest. Then you have 6, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11, 11, and then 5, 10 together like the 1 and 5. Same technique except on 2 different strings. So from the 1 and 5, then the quick rest, 6, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, and then 5, 10 together. Should sound like this. Then a little rest. Then we have 11, which is tremolo, the TR, and then the squiggly line means you do tremolo. So you're going to want to pinch your index finger and thumb together and use the little corner of that triangle that it creates to do the tremolo. And you're going to want to do this in the air, freehand, because you won't have enough time to stabilize, since you have to move from 11 tremolo to 10 tremolo and then back up to 11 tremolo. So you're going to want to do this in the air without hooking your finger onto the strings. So it should sound like this. And you're going to want to count for 8 seconds long for each tremolo, since the second koto is doing 8 notes per each tremolo you do. So you're going to want to count 8 times for each tremolo. After you do your last 11 tremolo on the second line here, we have rest. Rest, those 2 circles mean you have to rest for 2 seconds. And then you're going to do glissandro when the second koto does 5 and 10, you're going to do glissandro. So like this. Starting on string 13 and ending on string 1 and using your thumb, so your thumb pick to do that. And then you're going to do sha right after. And then rest. And then 11, 10. Sha, rest, 11, 10. And then it just repeats from the first column. So 1 and 5. Quick rest. 11, 5, 10. Then we have rest, rest. So we're on the second section now. We have 13, 12, 11. The 13 and the 12 are a little quicker, and the 11 is extended out for a little longer. So it should sound like this. That's what it should sound like. And it's the same thing for the next notes, 10, 9, 8. And then again for 13, 12, and 11 with your half push. And then lastly for 3, 2, 1. So, and then you're going to have your rest in between. So it should sound like this. And yes, that X means that it is a half push. And if the X has 2 lines through it, that means it is a full push. And then you're going to repeat it from that second section. So you're going to repeat it again. So it should sound like this. Then section 3, you're going to hear the second koto play 4 and 5 like this. Right after that, you're going to start your plucking. 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 9, 5, 10, 5, 11, 5, 12, 5. So, and the 5 is played with your third finger on your left hand, and then the rest of the notes are played with your fourth finger on your right hand. And so you're just going to alternate the strings like this. Then you're going to hear the second koto play 7, 8, like that. And then you're going to play 3, 2, 3, 4. So then you're going to have your left hand on 3. And then the rest of the notes you're going to play with your right hand. So it should sound like this. And then on to the second page, second koto, 4 and 5. And then 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 9, 5, 10, 5, 11, 5. So your left hand on 5 and the rest of your notes with your right hand. And then no pause, transitioning into 10, 9, 8, 7. And you're going to play 10, 9, 8, 7 4 times. And then you're going to switch into 8, 7, 6, 5 with no pause in between. And you're going to play 8, 7, 6, 5 for 4 times as well. And then no pause, you're gonna go into 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, 11, 10, 11, 12. And the 6 is a full push. So you're going to want to make sure that you hold down that push in advance so that you get a clear sound. So it should sound like this. And then straight away, moving on into section 4, you're going to do scooey onto string 13 without any pause in between. And you're going to play that scooey on string 13 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 times. And then you're going to play after that scooey on string 10 for 8 times. So it should sound like this. And then no pause, you're going to go string 9 for 1, 2, 3, 4 times. String 9 4 times. Then 11, 9, 11, 9. So it should sound like this. Then moving on to the 4th column, you're going to play 10 again for 8 times. And then you're going to play 9 for 5 times. And then you're going to play 11, 9, 11. And then you're going to do 11 with a half push. So just a half push on 11. So from the top of that line, it should sound like this. And then you're going to keep holding on string 11 because you have to do that half push for 4 more times, and then keep pushing because you have to go down into a full push on that string too. So you're going to have to do a full push on that string for 5 times and then play 13 and then back on to that string again for a full push. So you're going to want to hold it there until you're done playing all of the string of 13. So it should sound like this. And then no pause, you're going to play string 12 for 8 times. And while you're playing string 12, you're also going to want to turn the page because there will be no time to turn it elsewhere. So you have to turn it while you're playing on string 12. So it should sound like this. And then with no pause, transitioning into the next page, page 3, you have 9 and then 11 is a half push, 9 and 11 as a half push, then 10 for 4 times, then 7, 9, 7, 9, then 8, and then you have 6 as a full push, so you're going to want to make sure you're into that push ahead of time so the sound is nice and clear. So it's 8, and then a full push on 6, 8, and then a full push on 6, and then lastly, you have 7 scui for 4 times. So from the top of that line, it should sound like this. Then lastly, we have 8. So you're gonna want to do 8 scui and then 8 just normally without the scui. So it should sound like this. Rest. So you're going to play 8 scui, 8 normally, then 8 normally, and then 8 scui. Rest. And then you're going to play it again the same way. So then you're going to play 8 normally, and then 8 scui for 3 times. And then you're going to want to be quick and jump up to string 13 and 12. So you're going to play string 13 first, and you don't want any pause in between. So you're going to want to practice that smooth transition from 8 to 13. So it should sound like this. Then you have 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10. So just transitioning from that. All right, on to the third line here. We have quick rest, that little circle, quick rest. And then we have 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, 11, 10, 11, 12, 11. So you got to make sure that you know what you're doing here so you don't get lost and miss a beat. So it should sound like this. And then right back into the 10 scui for 8 more times. Moving on to section 5, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and next to those notes you have your middle finger. You have 2 lines, which means that you're going to use your middle finger. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one after the other without any pauses in between. So it should sound like this. And then the second koto part does their notes, and then you do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the same rhythm. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 the same way. And then lastly 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 the same way. And then the next line, you do the same thing except you do it a little quieter this time. Then, moving on to section 6, page 4, 10, 9, 8. You're going to do 10, 9, 8 for 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And then the last time, the 9th time, you're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7. So you're not going to just play 10, 9, 8. You're going to do 10, 9, 8, and 7. So it should sound like this with no pauses in between. Then you have a pause, 10, 9, 8, 7, and then 8, 7, 6, 5, pause, pause, Then you're going to play 13 through string 2, all scooey, except for string 1, you're going to play string 1 normally. And no pause in between when you're doing your scooey. So it should sound like this. And you're going to use your thumb for that. And then you have a little pause. And then once the second koto plays string 5 scooey, then you're going to start up again on string 13 and go all the way down to string 2 again, and then play string 1 normally, just repeating what we did the first time. And then you're going to hear the second koto do their second time through again. And then once the second koto plays string 1, then you're going to play 10, 9, 8 at the same time when they play string 1. So they're just doing a conversation here between the kotos. And then rest. And then 13, 12, 11. Rest. 13, 12, 11. And rest. And then 13, 12, 11. You play that 4 more times. Without any pause in between. Moving on to section 7, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 2 little marks there mean that you play it with your middle finger. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it should sound like this. You're going to play that 4 times, and then you're going to play 1, 5, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And you're going to play 1 with your middle finger and 5 with your thumb. And you're going to alternate because they're not written next to each other, so you have to play them separately. So it should sound like this. Like that. So starting from the top of that line, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then moving into 1, 5. It should sound like this. And then you have a quick rest, and then you do Glissandro again from string 13 to 1. Rest, rest, then 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5. And then you have another quick rest, and then Glissandro. Rest, rest, then 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5. Then you're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5 the same way again for 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times, and then on the 5th time you're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way up to 9. So it should sound like this. No pause when you transition from 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? All right. Now on to the last page, page 5. The first column of the last page. Then you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 again. So like this. Using your middle finger. And then a quick rest. Then you have the Glissandro again. And then right after that you have 1, 5, 1, 5. Quick rest. Then Glissandro. 1, 5, 1, 5. Quick rest. Glissandro. 1, 5, 1, 5. Quick rest. Glissandro. 1, 5, 1, 5. Moving on to the last column. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with your middle finger for 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And by the 3rd and 4th time, it should gain a little speed and get a little quicker. So it should sound like this. 9, 10 is written all together. That means you have to play it all at the same time with no pauses in between, and you have to use your middle finger going down, starting with string 7 and ending on string 10, so it should sound like this. So let's start from the top of that line and see how it sounds putting it all together through the end. And that's how you do the first koto part of Hana Ikada. I hope this was very helpful for you, and in the next video I will be giving you a lesson on how to do the second koto part, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!